Hey, buddy, watch this.
Hello, Regis Kilbin is the name, and Hearthstone is the game, and it's time for yet another Witchwood Decksperiment. This time around, testing Dollmaster Dorian, a legendary I haven't spent much time with, specifically in a Deathrattle rogue list where you can pull a ton of crazy, creepy, death-rattly dolls out of your deck. Spooky. That said, let's go ahead and jump into this deck creation process as it was recorded live on my Twitch stream. So anyway, let's go ahead and try to build ourselves a Deathrattle rogue. And the idea behind this is, where is he? I haven't even played this card yet. Dollmaster Dorian. And particularly the card Roll the Bones. If you play Dollmaster Dorian and Roll the Bones, then you can hopefully draw, 5 or 6 Deathrattles and summon a bunch of 1/1 Deathrattles onto the board for some kind of crazy 7-mana swing turn, right? So obviously, to support that, you need Deathrattles. We also have this Cursed Castaway, a new Deathrattle in. New Deathrattle in Witchwood. I can think of the word. I can think of the name of the expansion. But also, we need a lot more than that because we want to chain some Deathrattles, right? We don't want to just get 1 or 2 minions. We want to get like 3 or 4. We want to have a great Dollmaster Dorian turn. And we also want to make sure that our Deathrattles still do things that we want them to do, right? Like, just because we get some Deathrattles, like if they're not doing anything cool, it doesn't matter. So for instance, like Voodoo Doll off Dollmaster Dorian is not exciting, right? The Deathrattle is boring. It doesn't actually contribute to the board or make an impact on the game. If you play this, it's great, but otherwise it sucks. On the other hand, like Devilsaur Egg summons you a 5/5, right? Because you get a 1/1 Devilsaur Egg, and that's really difficult for your opponent to deal with. So I don't know if Devilsaur Egg is what we want, but it's that sort of card that that would work for us. I'm like getting some stuffy nose and stuff this morning, guys. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, excuse me. So we do want Deathrattles that, like I said, I think make like a board impact. So stuff like Karen is really good, right? Summons a 4/5. Because we want, like, even if our opponent deals with this, we want it to be a pain in the butt for them, right? Like, we want it to be hard. So, like, Skelemancer is kind of cool, too. The problem is you can't run just, like, strictly bad cards. Because if you run a bunch of bad cards, that's an issue. We could do, like, Splitting Fester Root. This is not the kind of card you want to play, but if it came off Dollmaster Dorian, you'd be pretty pumped. I don't know that that's worth it, though. That seems bad. But as you notice, like, there aren't really that many Deathrattles, guys. We're going through here, and it's like, well, there's not really that many Deathrattles. We can add some Deathrattle supporting cards. Sharazin, I doubt, is something we really want, to be honest. So that's probably a pass. Like Leper Gnome and Plated Beetle, those just do specific things, but not really necessarily things we want. I want more value pieces. So maybe Devilsaur Egg is kind of a value piece. Or by value, I don't necessarily mean value. I guess I mean more like board. I want it to do something significant is really the answer. I guess Skelemancer does something significant, but some of these I just don't want to run. But if I build in Skelemancer and Devilsaur Egg, then we can do stuff like, we can add in some pieces like Defender of Argus that aren't Deathrattle cards, right? And help support this a little bit. We can also add those in just because they're good ways to draw additional cards with Dorian, because not every time are we going to have Dorian roll the bones exactly right. But see, right now, like, we've already gotten into a spot where half the deck right now is not actually Deathrattle cards. So Dorian Roll the Bones is already going to have some problems. Like, we could go just, like, strictly Deathrattle if we wanted. Like, that would be a different way to do this, where you build in, like, where like, 90% of your cards are Deathrattles, you know? So, in other words, we could add in Loot Hoarders and Thalnos and just Harvest Golems and Egg Nappers and build this, like, Zoo-style deck that has, like, a huge Dollmaster Dorian reload, as opposed to sort of a control Deathrattle. Not really control, but, like, mid-rangey Deathrattle. But then that whole strategy kind of hinges on the fact that you find Dollmaster Dorian, right? If he's at the bottom of your deck, you don't have a good reload turn. So that makes me sort of nervous. But, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody says loot hoarders are good. I agree with that. I like that. Whoever said that, Super Gimpo. They're just fine on their own. Craft Golden Dollmaster. No, I'm not going to craft Golden Dollmaster. Get the splitting tree. I just don't know. That seems so slow. Tyrodins, dude, thank you for the tiny fins. They're looking cute. Tyrodins with the tiny fins. Appreciate it. Hey, Merc Gamer. Hey, Pogo Mogo. Hey, Ninja Ops. You guys are doing well today. I think that's everybody caught up. Oh, no. Sueadon I missed. Sweeton. Cursed Disciple. It just seems too weak normally. Rotten Apple Bomb is not really what I want. Say the Threshodon's kind of cool, but the ones that come out of this... I'm thinking about going the other route, guys. I'm thinking about building a purely Deathrattle deck so that Dollmaster's guaranteed to go off most of the time to summon 3 or 4 things. Like, we could make literally every card a Deathrattle, right? We might be able to keep Curse Castaway. Do I have a combo card, though? I don't think I actually have I'll have a combo card. I don't think there's a Deathrattle combo card. This just may not be worth it. I'm thinking about trying this instead. Building like a zoo... I don't know if zoo is the right word, but a minion-based Deathrattle deck that does actually intend to curve out, not just... Well, that way, like, it doesn't have to be 100% necessarily Deathrattle, but nonetheless, like, a deck in which Dollmaster Dorian Roll the Bones is great. But man, that's a 2-card combo, like... But I guess even Roll the Bones on its own becomes very, very powerful in this sort of deck, doesn't it? Like, even that's very, very good. So, it almost doesn't matter. This does count as a Deathrattle card, right? Because this could be pretty neat. This could be a nice little trick. Ashmore's overkill. I guess if we go this route, we could add in a Fester Root, guys, to be honest. Like, we can afford to have a couple high-end cards in a, you know, minion-based zoo deck. But I honestly still need more early game, I think. 1s and 2-drops and stuff are so good against Paladin. And we can do stuff... Well, no, that is a Deathrattle card. Does that... That works with Roll of Bones. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. I guess Sherizen's actually okay in this matchup, or in this lineup, because we have smaller cards. We can play stuff. Bone Baron, doesn't seem very good to me. Swamp Dragon Egg doesn't seem very good. Thalnos, we don't have any spells, so that seems bad. Plated Beetle is an early Deathrattle card. That's what I'm looking for right now, is early cost Deathrattles. Honestly, Igneous Elemental is... No, maybe a 4-drop would be a little better. I'd like another 1-drop Deathrattle, but Swamp Dragon Egg sucks for us because we can't actually activate it. We kind of have that same problem with Devilsaur Egg right now, don't we, though? Yeah, Cobalt Illusionist is still good with the eggs, as is Dollmaster Dorian. But I'm not sure this is good if we can't run Defender of Argus. Oh, well, we have Cube. Hold up. We have Cube. We have a Carnivorous Cube. That might be... If there's 3 ways to activate this, that might be enough for me. That might be like, okay, we can do it. We can do it. Swamp Dragon Egg, though... This thing is just going to sit out on the board, like, forever, always. I don't think that's very good. Thalnos is just more cycle, I guess. Volatile Elemental is something that actually does trade into the board, at least. I don't know if I like this path we've taken or not, guys, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Maybe one more mid-game, late-game threat. We could run a Silver Vanguard to get a Fester Root. It's pretty bad otherwise, but it's not. It's good for chains and everything else. So let's try this. Let's try this. I don't think it's... I don't know. No spells in Rogue seems disastrously risky. But hey, if the curve is good enough and we draw enough cards, we can do it. We can make it work. We'll try at the very least. Hey guys, I am like super
Super
sniffly.
hyped for a Dorian deck. Coursework can wait, Kappa.
Hey, don't get yourself in trouble, Fragleg. Don't get yourself in trouble over Dorian. I've literally never played the card. I've seen it played against us a couple times. It has an awesome intro, but I've never played it myself. Hey Shinomo, yeah, Decksperiment live, man. Hey Talaxer. So wait a second, I just realized. How has nobody in chat said this yet? Wait. How has nobody said this? Chat, how is not... There's 99 people watching right now. How have not one of you identified the problem with this deck? Nobody has... No one has identified the fundamental, game-breaking problem with this deck. Does everybody know the problem? Every card we have is a Deathrattle. Every card. That means if we play Roll the Bones, it's going to draw through our entire deck. Every single card is a Deathrattle, right? So Roll the Bones will always draw our entire deck, won't it? It'll just chain forever. It will never stop. It will just keep going forever. It will draw through the entire deck. No one identified this problem. Does the first burn stop it? Is that true? If the first burn stops it, maybe that's okay. Maybe we can live with that. Okay. Alright. First burn stops it. That still seems bad, though, because then we're going to always have a full hand and burn cards. I'm still not sure that's right. Well, I'm glad you guys know that interaction. I have to ask, though, how do you know that interaction? Where on earth did you learn such knowledge? How have you tested this before? What world is this where you test this stuff over and over again? You guys know these things. Okay. Still known as author removal, that's right. That is also a problem. Okay. I'm glad that we don't have to worry about that then. I did not want to have to go rebuild the deck, so that's good news. That's really, really good news. Alright, let's just, well, we could play the double sword egg for the cube, I guess, but the second two eggs would be tough to work with. Well, you know, this is actually pretty good right now. Well, the cube is bad. Well, let's see what this gets us, right? That could change our mind. Didn't really change my mind much. I think playing on curve is better. We got a taunt warrior here. He might be okay against this. We have a lot of minions. We won't need as much removal. We'll just need minions mostly. Self-milling rogue user here. When do you do some free-to-play decks? Probably a few weeks out still. It takes me a little while to get going on those because I like to see where the meta lands. I don't want to make bad recommendations and stuff. I like to see where the meta hits, then we go from there. This guy must be like, what is this? Yeah, it's day one, so shenanigans should not be afoot. We should be tryharding already. But we're not. Oh, crap.
Welcome, boys.
This is exactly the sort of thing we cannot deal with, guys. Exactly the sort of thing. 5, 7, 8, 9. Well, I guess we can technically deal with it. But then our Skellymancer doesn't look too happy. I guess we could draw through our entire deck. Is there anything here that we really want? I don't think so. I could maybe try to... Well, I can't guarantee the Vanguard, but I can get close. You can put it on a 50-50. But I need to trade all these in to kill this thing. If only we had some sort of removal, guys. 5, 7, 8, 9... Might just play the Vanguard. No, that's too much mana. I guess we could just roll the bones and draw our entire deck. Your opponent thinks you have to play Deathrattle. Yeah, the quest probably so, yeah. I'd say you're right. We got the Devil Sore Egg, boys. Honestly, this is sort of fine. I don't have a problem with that. Dollmaster Dorian plus Roll the Bones. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Solar 1808 dropping the Twitch Prime sub. Solar, man, thank you. Welcome, Solar. Dropping the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it, sir. Welcome and enjoy your new sub badge, your new emotes. You're kicking off the very first new sub of May. So that means, oh, actually, okay, our new sub goal for May is now 700. We're currently at 693. So 700 now will trigger the first sub goal giveaway of the month because I reset the new goal every month. Also, you've automatically been entered into our May giveaway, which will happen in 31 days or so. But nonetheless, it's coming. Okay, I like Cube on this. I mean, we only have the 2, so the third Silver Vanguard is going to suck. But that's okay. That's okay, though. We've got some good brawl immunity right now. God, he does not want to brawl this board. Look at this garbage. This is gross. Still think you need to do something with your Skelly, your Skelly-like minions to make him want to trade, like, Poison Combo Minion or Cold Blood. Yeah, there are ways to do it, but there's also stuff like this in the meta, and Hellfires, and removal, so sometimes it's fine to just have, like, immunities to things, you know? I kind of think we can get by with that in some ways. Let's keep at least one thing nested here, right? So that we're still pretty good against Deathrattles. We can just, even though this is slightly less efficient, we can probably just trade these in. Well, honestly though, we're still going to have 2 Silver Vanguards and 2 2/2s with Deathrattles if we trade straight. So I guess we technically are kind of still pretty nested with these. It's not like we're going all in on this. Everything that he kills brings back a thing at the moment, so. It's kind of a brawl nightmare. He's like, what's in these Silver Vanguards? Oh my god. I can't kill these. So we got a 5/5, 4 1/1s, a 4/4 8-drop. I think this is dead. I think we only ran 2 8-drops. And a 2/1 coming out. If he somehow brawls or clears this board. It's almost going to get worse. In some ways it's a... Oh, Warpath is a good way to deal with it, though. He's going to chip away at it quite a bit here. He's only got 3 Warpaths, though. So... some of this stuff is still going to be alive, like these bigger guys. Or 4 Warpaths. No. Yeah, 4. Oh, 4. I'm sorry, I counted wrong. 4. So these 2 things are currently alive, unless he has an actual Whirlwind on this one. Suppose we'll see. Coin Warpath. Oh, oh, Deck Tracker. I need a Deck Tracker up. You guys spammed me earlier and I forgot. Crap. Forgive me, dudes. I would have known he had coin if I was paying attention with the Deck Tracker. Okay, we're gonna test this theory you guys have. That animation was trippy. What the heck? So it did stop, seemingly. It did indeed seem to stop. Okay, Devilsaur Egg is a great burn. That's perfect. God, actually cubing the Festaroot's pretty cool, isn't it? New meta, guys. New meta, guys. New meta. New meta. That warrior has probably a lot of questions now. Yeah, no joke he does. No joke. It's getting worse instead of getting better every time he plays cards. He just summoned me a bunch of 1/1s, right? So, that's cool. These guys are cute. I like the third ones. They're the cuties. These are nice. How do we get through all this garbage? Man, our last Roll the Bones is gonna suck. It's really unfortunate Dollmaster Dorian is so deep in the deck there. But that's life sometimes. I don't think I have enough damage to do 12, right? I have 6, 8, 10, 11 damage on board. Doing 12 is going to be oddly difficult here. So I guess we'll just play some stuff to hopefully trade into this board some. And create a little space here. Create a little space. Maybe we just play our 2 dudes here. I think since these have Whirlwind, I'll go ahead and trade them in anyway. We'll see how it goes. That evil laugh. Subscribe to the streamer says, I'm new here. How's it going? Did you do Quest Rogue? No, this is not Quest Rogue. This is a Deathrattle Rogue. I have played Quest Rogue. Not lately, though. Not really in this new meta. I play pretty much everything, I think. People always ask me if I play decks. Well, unless it's some crazy combo deck. Sometimes I don't play the weird, super weird combo decks. You know, like Deathrattle, Dollmaster, Dorian, Rogue, for instance. I don't know. I don't always make it to that one. Oh, man. That's a lot of backfired minions. That was a decent target, though. We can activate that next turn, thank God. There's some cheap stuff in hand. So let's see. We've gotten through Warpath. He does still have Brawls. This thing's a pain for him right now because of the 2 Fester roots inside. This right now doesn't really have very many good rolls for us, unfortunately. Like, I'm hoping we get Skelemancer, right? Oh, nice. We did. Cool. That's going to be a problem for him. Super annoying. Because it makes his roll-ins so bad. Okay, so he gave me a pretty cool trade here, because this will stay alive in this trade. This will clear that. We can go face for 1 and reactivate our Sherazin. I don't think I want to unveil that yet, right? I think I want it to chill for a minute. I can't really play Roll the Bones because I don't want to fatigue, so we're just gonna play this to activate the Sherazin again. Okay, so yeah, Dollmaster Dorian sucks right now. Actually, pretty much every card in our deck sucks except for Cairn. I mean, Harvest Golem's okay, I suppose, but well, I guess we do have some anti-fatigue measure here. I never realized that. That's kind of a neat inclusion. We can fatigue then. If we hit Dorian and need to reload, that'd be fine. Oh, God. That's a problem. Oh, boy. That is a bit of a concern, guys. Whew. Goodness, he's not hero powering, though. That's good news. Maybe it's time to get this thing out, right? Just multiple 4/4s seems good. Seems good. Well, trade. We drew Kingsbane, okay. I guess not, actually. I take that back, because we still have a pretty good board. Let's see how this card draw goes. Cairn. Okay. Let's just play Cairn this turn, and then we might roll the bones next turn still. Okay. I'd like to hit Dorian immediately, right? I guess Dorian is the one non-Deathrattle card we have, so we wouldn't have actually changed forever. Anyway, no one ever expects the Fester Root Rogue. Yeah, no joke. How do you feel about the Holy Road leaving Blizzard? It's sad, kind of, but I think it'll be fine. I think it might even be better for the game, to be honest with you. Could be even better. Have you attended any tournaments yet? No, I played like a few online tournaments a long time ago in Hearthstone, like way before I started streaming. But no, I never took it seriously at all. I never cared much. Wow, he's gonna brawl here, of course. This is the brawl turn. No doubt about it. He's... oh, maybe an execute actually instead? This sure looked like a brawl, but it actually is still really bad if he brawls that. Cornered Sentry. Okay. We're getting pretty close to killing him, I think, aren't we? He's not getting much hero power value because all this stuff is just garbage, right? It's just annoying. I mean, I guess we can roll the bones and put our Kingsbane back in. I really, really wanted Dollmaster Dorian first, though. But it's to the point now where it doesn't even matter. I don't really need to, though. What's the point of rolling the bones right now? It doesn't do anything. I think I'll just build in a little bit more brawl immunity here, guys. So he can attack here. No, he's dead if he does that. Never mind. Can attack here and then brawl, but we still have a bunch of 2/2s and a 4/5 and I don't know. I don't know what he does here. He might have some taunts that get him out of this, I'm sure. Oh, he does do that. Okay. Maybe he's gonna try to snipe it? I don't know. Double brawl would still leave me with a bunch of 1/1s. Like, yeah, it would leave me with a bunch of 1/1s. So even like double brawl kills him. I have 4 1/1s in the case of a double brawl. So he's still. So I don't know how he gets through the second batch of the Fester roots here. Oh, Karen also gives me more immunity to clear. This is a little bit degenerate, guys. Okay, that got him through a little more. Oh my god! It's real! It's super real! We did it! Oh boy. Tech Overface, thanks Pinkie Pie. Let's see. Hey Anton Anderson. How will it be better if Ben is gone? It just brings new lifeblood and new energy and new direction in, right? Sometimes organizations can kind of get stuck in their ways and new ideas don't always get to thrive. Now, I'm not saying like Ben Brode, you know, quenched people's, you know, drive or anything. Like, I'm not saying it's his fault. It's just like as new people take new roles, new stuff can come up and new energy can be infused and people get open up their space to think, and it can happen that way. You'd be surprised. I mean, or maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. Somebody could be surprised though. This is the ultimate meme deck. I love it. That's great. Why is there no Kingsbane with no synergy? What do you mean no synergy? It's a Deathrattle card, and we're playing a Deathrattle rogue deck that fatigues itself very quickly. And actually, a lot of synergies. Maybe not the traditional synergies you're thinking of, but certainly a lot nonetheless. As someone who plays rogue, is Lillian Voss trash? So far, yeah, she's not very good. What about one Spellstone? We could run a Spellstone, but I don't know. I kind of like this idea of Roll the Bones completely refilling our hand. Or drawing through our deck. Change is good. Yeah, change is generally good. I mean, it could backfire too. There's always that odd chance that the new director just takes things in a terrible direction or doesn't have quite as much sway with the corporate mindset and makes the game even more pay to win. Like, there are risks, of course. But the game director position, I didn't actually know this originally. But I looked at the application to refill the spot. It's far more on the creative end than I realized. It does not actually involve the more business-oriented decisions regarding the game. Oh, hey, finally, nice. It's way more about. It's way more about. I guess the creative is the right way you'd put it. It's creative, not technical, and not business ops. So it's more about the cards and the themes and the I don't know, just managing those aspects of it. So I don't think we would expect to see much change in the way of like the way the business side of Hearthstone is run. So like pack prices, you wouldn't expect those to change, but like style of play, expansion themes, that sort of thing could change. So, for instance, like maybe Ben Brode really liked to emphasize cards and sets that are based in unfamiliar World of Warcraft places and creating unfamiliar World of Warcraft characters. So, for instance, like Dollmaster Dorian, not a real WoW character. Maybe the next game director comes in and says, well, I think we actually need to do stuff that's more familiar to people, because people love Knights of the Frozen Throne because it was all about Northrend, and they know Northrend. And we need more lore-based characters in there. So, like Hagatha the Witch, totally made up. Lich King, famous lore character. So, that could be a change, right? Like, maybe the next game director goes in that direction. That sort of thing. Who knows? It's going to take a few years for that to all show up, because so many things are already in motion. But that's the kind of thing that you might expect to change. Or just card design elements, too, could also do it. Okay. I think we have to assume there's going to be a... I think we have to assume there's going to be a Void Lord coming here in a second, which I don't know how we deal with. I think I might just go ahead and cube our little friend here. If I get a Dollmaster... No, never mind. That's not what I need. Doesn't... Well, we could get a Dollmaster Dorian, and it might live. Let's just see what happens. I want to get Devil's Regs. Or a Devil's Reg. Oh, that's good too, though. That's also really good. So we have 6, 7. This would have been bad. Wouldn't have been bad either, honestly. Just trade into that. That'd have worked. I think we're in a tough spot, though. I don't know how we push through all this. Seems really hard. What is it about Monster Hunt that drew you in that wasn't there with Dungeon Run? I'll tell you. It came out 2 weeks later. I think was the difference. So I didn't feel like I had to play new decks. But as far as like experience was concerned, I felt like they were honestly pretty similar. I didn't feel like I was having more fun with one or the other or anything like that. But it really had to do with what is this? 5, 7, 8. Ugh. I don't think it was about just gonna go ahead and start popping these in to get more stats on board, right? I don't think it was about the different experiences or anything like that. Even though everything has 2 attack right now, this is probably gonna go in here though, isn't it? I'll just hold. I'll hold. It's fine. We'll figure it out next turn. New director will have a desire to nerf and adjust meta more often than every 3 months. That could be exactly the kind of thing. Yeah, that could change. The rate of nerfs and balance could be different. That's true. They could also do new sets based on other Blizzard games. I don't think we'll ever see that. I think they want it to stay Warcraft themed. That would be a really big creative departure. Like, it would feel so disconnected from every other one. I mean, maybe they could do like a Dungeon Run or something that's themed around that, but I don't think they'd ever introduce constructed cards. I honestly would hate that. I wouldn't like that at all. I mean, if cards had like references, veiled references, but were still, you know, Warcraft themed. So for instance, if they made a guy named like, if they made like a big knight for Paladin that like sent out pings or something, and it was called like, if it was called like Ray Nor the Bold or something, I don't know, you know, whatever. Obviously a reference to Raynor from StarCraft. I wouldn't mind that, but I definitely wouldn't just want Raynor from StarCraft. I think that'd be super lame. But, you know, I could deal with kind of halfway. I think we're just gonna lose here, guys. This doesn't even help me. This is probably gonna hit 2/3 of a good... Well, this is actually a bad target, isn't it? We don't really want that to come out. Oh yeah, we're dead. That's actually really bad news. So he's 11 here. Any kind of cube shenanigan kills us. We're in a tough spot. Needless to say. Hey, Doug McQuaid, how's it going? Hey, Jimmy Cams. Hey, Dunarota Gaming. Hey, Guidus. Hey, Akinos. Hey, Kachu Pichu. Hey, Shinomo. Hey, Lon Morrison. Yeah, we're done. Oh yeah, that was exact, okay. Alright, well that didn't go quite as smoothly. Of course, he did hit Skull and Lackey early. So that's kind of what happened with any deck, I suspect. We might have that happen regardless. Why don't you run Mara and the Fox? God, we should. That's a great inclusion. I don't think they'll make games based on other Blizzard games. Yeah, I agree completely. Hey, Retro Backslash, how's it going? No monsters behind you? We have monsters behind you. Cool little illusionist. Okay, these are probably fine. Same problem as last time, though. It's a Warlock. Same issue here. Monsters behind you. Wouldn't Elven Minstrel have a good synergy with Dorian? It would, but it has a bad synergy with Roll the Bones. Right now, our Roll the Bones goes off forever. Which, thankfully, isn't actually forever. It does stop. But theoretically, it goes off forever. We did draw Dorian that game, but we didn't get to use him, which is sad. I would have liked that. That would have been fun. But we talked about Elven Minstrel and Cursed Castaway together. Because Cursed Castaway is a Deathrattle, Elven Minstrel is a combo. But ultimately, I walked down a very, very narrow path here with Deathrattles, which is not usually a very good idea. You should typically try to build your decks with a theme in mind, but not like 100% committed to the theme. Usually, if you overcommit to a theme, you end up regretting it. But I did it anyway, because it just seemed so fun with Dollmaster Dorian. It wasn't going to work very well anyway, essentially, so we decided to have more fun than try hard too much. That said, the deck has already won a game. We're 50% right now. And it doesn't feel bad. Sometimes it just feels like a zoo deck right now. It's just like, you know, minion-based zoo deck. Which, I'm cool with that. I mean, this card obviously doesn't really contribute to our game plan much, but it's just a one-drop. That's all I really care. You don't typically see Plated Beetle and Leper Gnome in the same deck, for instance, right? Because one of these is defensive and one of these is hyper-aggressive. That's because we didn't really worry too much about their actual effect. We were more concerned with the fact that they were just Deathrattles that are low cost. Like, this is the kind of deck that could get better by the end of the year, because it will have, you know, 2 more expansions worth of Deathrattles to include. Like, by the 3rd expansion, I bet you could almost make this a real deck. We have some high rolls here. Arthas is really good, and Sherizen's not bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and slam this thing. I mean, the Volatile Elementals aren't what we're looking for. So hopefully this lives and we can play both of these so that we have really good cards in the pool, right? Deck idea for you: read is some form of Pauper deck. Well, I mean, we'll make budget decks eventually for every class, essentially, so that will come. That will come. Dorian, roll the bones, guys! How many Fester Roots can we get? How many Skelemancers and Cairns? Can we get all of them? What if we just got, like, the big 5 boys here? The one time I actually want... crap. Sherizen kind of ruins it for us. He's gonna kill a minion because he takes up a board spot. That sucks. That sucks. Like, his stupid thing is gonna take up a spot we don't want to use. That said, why don't we just hero power here? If he's gonna take up a spot anyway. Hopefully we can kill this off before we need to play this. We'll see. Perfect turn 7. Yeah! This could be some rotten apple bombs. Well, I thought about him, but ultimately, I wanted more board-based stuff, not... You'll note, most of the Deathrattles we chose... I say most, because not everything was an option. But most of them we chose were more centered around the board than centered around... It's kind of funny. The Voodoo Ball effect there didn't actually matter. He had it anyway. Alright, boys. We're going to draw 5, which is actually the perfect amount.
This one turned out nicely.
So spooky. Oh, that is so good. That one sucks. That one's great if we don't get the other... Well, it doesn't matter. No, we could get the other Fester Root. Oh my god. Kingsbane did not help. Ugh. Okay. Honestly, still pretty good, though. We got a Fester Root, a Vanguard which summons a Fester Root, and a Skelemancer. Only the Plated Beetle there sucked. That is awesome. That is a sick turn! Oh my god! I love... And we have a full hand? Are you serious? That is perfect. How do you deal with this? He's like thinking about like, oh my god, what do I do now? What do I do now? No! No! That's gonna wreck our Fester Root! No! 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 The second Fester Root! Oh no! The second Fester Root just chained it infinitely. Oh, my dreams are dead. Oh no. Now I just have no will to play. I have no desire to continue. I had all the dreams. All the memes. The one card in the game, I think, that answered us there. I mean, literally the one card in the game. Twisting Nether doesn't do it. Brawl doesn't do it. None of that stuff would beat us. But the way those chained perfectly for Lord Godfrey was the one way he gets us. It's in his deck. I'm not... It's a completely viable thing to do. It just sucks he had it. It just really sucks he had it. And the second splitting Fester Root is actually what doomed us. Because the way the damage worked out, that allowed it to chain perfectly and just clear everything, I think. Well, that really sucked. I'm going to try to make sure this Kobold Illusionist is a good one to the best extent that I can, I guess. There's still a Plated Beetle, so... Maybe we'll get a Plated Beetle, I don't know. Am I going to waste a... Oh, I didn't even think about this. Awesome, that was a good bonus. I'm going to waste a minion here if I trade that in, so... Well... I still want to do it. It doesn't matter. 7 mana Battlecry stun reaches Kilbin. Oh my god. That was unreal. That was a good highlight though. That's how you beat that. I probably shouldn't bother playing this deck without Dollmaster. Yeah, you probably shouldn't bother anyway, but definitely without Dollmaster, yeah. This is the meme dream that's not going to work out too well without Dollmaster. Is he going to defile me? I could... Oh, Hellfire, sure. These are going to kill a lot, thankfully. I don't really know if we need to get the Ren or not. It doesn't really matter. Wait, what is this from? Oh, it's from the monsters behind you. Well, it's not a very good one, honestly. This is a dead card. This is mostly dead. Not very good either. Can we play 4 cards for Sherazin? No. Alright, we need to roll the bones soon. We're down to 8 cards in deck. But we just don't have much left on the power level side of things. This is literally a 7 mana 3/3. That's all it does. This is very slow and awkward. So we're going to be in a tough spot here. You played around Defile by trading the Egg Napper, as it was a 2 health minion. Interesting. That's smart. Did he really not have anything at 2 health? The Void Lord was at 2, though. So I don't know about that. Either way. Hellfire worked too. You should play a Violet Worm? Maybe we should play a Violet Worm. I thought we talked about it. I mean, it seems like this is stranded a lot, but that was because of shenanigans. Like, The question is, like, would I rather have a Fester Root than a Violet Worm? Sometimes I think so, yeah. He's going for the Rin plays, but I don't really mind that so much because I don't have a way to beat Ren anyway. Like, I like him wasting his time, and we're almost out of cards regardless. We can anti-fatigue with Kingsbane, so if I hit a Roll the Bones, we are out of cards, and we can just move into Kingsbane Fatigue and try to win on tempo on board here. He's got some awkwardness with these Skelemancers, I suspect. Like, he doesn't want to Defile or Hellfire or anything, because then he gets some 8/8s out. He needs taunts. He has a bunch from Gul'dan that would be a pain to move through. On top of some 3/3s and 2/2s additionally if he trades these in. Oh, that Godfrey turn. I just cannot believe it. I just can't believe it. You should cut Silver Vanguard and Skelemancer and add more aggressive Deathrattles. Honestly, there aren't that many. Find me ones. We went through the whole list. There's just nothing that good. I wanted the deck to have some sort of mid-rangey power level, right? I didn't want to just totally gas out. There's just not that many low-cost Deathrattles that are good. Like, we had to squeeze Volatile Elemental in just because it was low cost, but it's still a pretty defensively minded Deathrattle at the end of the day. Kingsbane again, our actual worst draw. That is not good for me. Not good at all. That weird moment when a 7-mana 3/3 is actually your best play. I gotta chip down at this. I don't know. There's really no reason to play Kingsbane, so we'll hang tight. 7-mana 3/3 is great, guys. It's perfect. It's exactly what we needed. He's really having trouble, though. I mean, look at this. He's kind of scared still. He doesn't know what to do. It's weird how high friction Deathrattle minions can be. Ooh. 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 That's a brave move. Do you like Persona? I've never really played Persona. It looks like something I kind of like. Skilled Solo, yeah, I do have a Discord if a mod will invite you. It's only for Twitch subscribers, but you are a Twitch subscriber, so you are good to go. Ooh, that's a big old heal. That's a problem. Roll the bones. Alright, we're gonna draw through here. Which is fine, because we can just equip Kingsbane to anti-fatigue. It's also gonna make him not care about Rin. I want to play some minions now, and then... I'll equip Kingsbane in order to unequip it next turn, I think. I can't play Cairn and do that, though, so... I'm gonna take essentially 1 extra fatigue damage here, but that's not a problem. I don't want to take too much damage, so we'll hang tight. We'll hang tight. Cursed Disciple would be great with Dollmaster. Not that great. I mean, it's fine, right? It's fine, but it's still just... It ends up summoning 1 health minions, which is what you had anyway, in some ways. Does he have a way to deal with these? Maybe another 7 damage Spellstone or something? Oh, Twisting Nether. Oh, sure. Crap. That is indeed very good. Phooey. Ugh. Gross. Okay. I don't know, guys. This seems impossible now. I mean, we can cube into some extra stuff here, but eventually these cubes still are just going to die against the Void Lord wall. As soon as he plays Gul'dan, we're basically screwed. Also, just these dudes are a pain right now. These are just gonna kill me. These are just gonna kill me. I guess I'd actually rather have some harvest golems in there. The odds of these ever turning into 8/8s are pretty much non-existent, right? I mean, I might have to play this, right? Just because I need the stats to potentially kill him. I know it does extra damage to me, but I kind of need the stats. Could I save this and pull off a shares and ever? No, I can only ever play 3. Maybe should have tried for that earlier. I'm not sure. So is the point of this deck just a Dorian swing turn? Yeah, pretty much, and it worked, except for Lord Godfrey. It worked, but Lord Godfrey had other plans. Hey, Stormcrow Essential. Hey, Enzo Face. Hey, Ozavo. Hey, Legendary. How about playing the DK Regis? I didn't think about the DK. It'd be kind of cool to get extra versions of stuff. I wouldn't hate that so much. Apparently the dude still doesn't have Gul'dan somehow. Which is really the only thing keeping us in this game. As soon as he gets a Gul'dan, we're cooked. Oh my god, another Twisting Nether? No way. Okay, so we're kind of down to a bunch of tutus right now to win the game. But that's okay, we're gonna try. I will have to trade this two 2-1s. I'll trade this 2-1 for a couple 2-1s and a 4-attack guy, of course. I really like the kind of gameplay loop of this deck, guys. It's really cool that you fatigue yourself with Roll the Bones, and then you anti-fatigue with Kingsbane because it's a Deathrattle card. That's a really, really cool loop. Now, is it good? No, still not good. But it's a. I mean, think about this. We're going toe-to-toe right now with the Q-Block for a long, long time. Now, I don't know. He had that a couple turns ago then. Why not just play that, man? You would have ended the game like 8 minutes ago. I feel like people get too greedy with their Gul'dans. I don't really understand that. Sometimes Gul'dan on just an empty board is a great play. And people don't seem to take it, so that's weird to me. It looked like that was the 2 turn ago card. It was like card... His turn 14 or 15, I don't know which. I think maybe 15, and it's 18 right now. I mean, he didn't need like 6/6s in the pool or whatever. He just needed 1 Void Lord and a 0 power, and the game is over instantly. That was a fun game, guys. That was really good. We went, even though he completely just shattered our best turn, our Dollmaster Dorian turn, we still went long against a Q-Block. I think that's a good sign. I think that's a pretty good sign. Imagine burning Kingsbane though? Yeah, it can happen, but hopefully you don't really need to go to the fatigue loop. Hopefully you win sooner because you made a good Dollmaster Dorian turn. The thing is that your anti-fatigue doesn't work against Rin. Sure it does. We can hold the weapon in hands. If we expect him to play Azari for at least a little bit. Like, or actually we can force the weapon draw at the start of... No, we can't force the start of every turn. But, regardless, not every deck is Rin deck, right? Not every deck is a Rin deck. You guys, I honestly get a little frustrated by that mentality sometimes. It's like, oh, well, this thing works. Well, not in this one exactly specific scenario, Regis. It doesn't work in that scenario. It's like, yeah, of course, it doesn't always work, but it works a lot of the time, and it's a cool loop. I don't know. I would say stop trying to find the holes and everything and try to find the positives in things sometimes. That's like the more fun angle to me, at least. Not that it's wrong to bring those things up. It's totally fine to bring up issues. Just don't make it like gotcha moments. That's silly. Just to know what deck you're playing. We're playing a Deathrattle Rogue. It's all Deathrattle cards. Well, not all, technically. Dollmaster Dorian is the one non-Deathrattle card. But the point is to Dollmaster Dorian into Roll the Bones into a bunch of Deathrattles. As humans, we love finding holes. Yeah, that's true. I mean, here's the deal, though. Like, guys, everybody plays good decks all the time, every day, everywhere. Like, okay, if you go to Twitch right now and you go to Hearthstone, every streamer is playing a real deck. I play a fun meme deck for enjoyment and for giggles and because it looks really funny and cool and we're trying something different and we're testing a card's interactions. And then people come and criticize it. It's like, guys, come on. If you want to watch somebody play a real deck, you've got like 100 choices right now. And I wouldn't begrudge you for leaving. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. That's what you like. You should go watch that. Like, I'm not being bitter. That's just watch what you like to watch. But don't try to, like, pigeonhole me into playing good decks. Like, it's not what I'm going to do today. Eventually, yeah, maybe we'll play some good decks again. That day could come. I like to play good decks, too. But, you know, hey, we're playing a fun deck today. We're playing a fun deck today. I'd never leave you, Regis. You're too handsome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's the reason to hang out, huh? Just my dashing good looks. My dashing good looks. Anti-magic shell could be pretty cool for us, actually, couldn't it? We could get ourselves a neat little ward here at some point. This turn, though, is pretty clunky. Pretty clunky. Not much to do here. This is literally the perfect day to play janky nonsense. Yeah, it is. Aha. It is fun. Day one. Nobody's expecting the, the silly stuff. Nobody's expecting it. Okay. I don't think we need an anti-magic shell yet, but we're at the point now where we can force probably a great Kobold Illusionist. So let's try that. It's either Sharzin or Dollmaster. Kind of a good 50-50 there. Hey, Rock says, man, I'm doing well. Does Umber interact with the Skelemancer, make an 8/8? I don't think so, because it's on your turn, right? I don't think it would, if you summoned it on your turn, based on the wording. But I've never tried it, I'd have to see. Rob says, Regis discovered you recently on YouTube and stopped by to say hello. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. 4 wins in Arena pays off your ticket. Basically, if you consider the value of the pack, yeah. It would not always guarantee it. It can be even 3 runs, really, depending on dust and how you average out the values and stuff. But yeah, it can. Oh, my word. Okay, well, that's our reload, I guess. But, I mean, if I anti-magic shell right here, we go to 5 and 5. A lot of this stuff still dies to his AoE. Could also be a counter spell. Explosive runes, I guess, maybe? Mirror entity. Oh boy. Well, that's not really what I wanted. I gotta try to keep these high health guys at high health because of board clears. Like, if he has Flame Strike, for instance, these live right now. That's actually good for Dragon Caller Alana.
For the memes.
Thank you, King DDD, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 200 bits. I hope I didn't sound, like, too exasperated. I mean, everybody's, of course, entitled to their opinion, and they're entitled to share it, too, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't know. I get frustrated sometimes. It's like, everybody wants a singular thing all the time, and if you don't do that singular thing, sometimes they get really frustrated by it. For instance, like another example. Oh, that's a good answer to that. Jeez, we still have a lot of damage, though. Another example of that recently on YouTube is like, you guys know, so for instance, in April, the month that just ended, right? I put out 49 videos in April on YouTube. Which is a lot, by the way. All-time high for a month. 49 videos in April. And exactly 2 of them, 2 videos I released were, I guess you could say, somewhat negative, or not even really negative, I didn't think, but just addressing problems with the game. I made a video called Is Witchwood Too Weak? And I made a video called The Paladin Problem. The first one addressing the what I consider lower power level of Witchwood, or really the super high power level of Kobolds and Catacombs. And the other one talking about how it's not good to have 3 tier 1 Paladin decks in the meta at any given time. So 2 out of 49 videos, or basically, let's just say for ease of math, 4% of my videos had a slightly negative connotation. Slightly negative. Even then, I thought I was still pretty positive about it. Like, I wasn't hating on the game. I was talking about it as ways to improve. But on those videos, inevitably, a third of the comments are, Regis, I don't know why you always have to be so negative. Why are you always calling for nerfs? Regis, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And it's like, guys, is this lethal? This is just lethal, right? This does 6 and then 8 and then 5 to face. It's guaranteed lethal based on the volatile. Maybe he forgot how the volatile works, or maybe he didn't have an option. I don't know. It can't hit Cherizin, so. Cool, good win, guys. What a crazy win. That was nuts. Anyway, why are you always so negative, Regis? Why are you always calling for nerfs? All of your videos are so negative, and it's like, guys, I put out 47 other videos, or me having fun with the game, playing crazy decks, trying new stuff, getting super hyped about Witchwood, card reviews, like pack openings, like every other video is super happy and fun. And all people want to do is complain about the 2 videos where I talk negatively about the game in the slightest. So that's kind of frustrating. It's like, come on, guys, watch the other 47 videos. It'll also tell you something, that those 2 videos were far and away the ones with the highest views, except for the card reviews, I guess. But so, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? People want to complain. People like to express their frustration through complaint, and that's okay. I get it. I'm not trying to stop them. I don't ban those comments or argue with them unless they say something I think is distinctly wrong or unfair, and even then, that's pretty rare. So I get it. I'm fine to I'm fine to live that life. I'm still gonna do what I do. Why are you taking comments like Kingsbane doesn't counter Ren Mill as negative? I'm not. I didn't take that as negative. I answered the question. And I said, well, I guess you're right. It doesn't really, because you can't always pull it out of your deck. But the implication in some ways of that, which is what I addressed, was that, like, we're trying to find the one hole in the deck, or the one negative aspect. But I don't think that's a particularly negative comment. I probably didn't disconnect the jump off there very well. Let me back up a second. I tried to transition that into a frustration that I've experienced lately, which is to say that, like, a lot of people pick out the one hole in something as opposed to talking about the positive aspects of it, which I don't know if that was really the one, but that may not have been the best transition by me. But, well, this is a great Kobold Illusionist right now. These are both pretty fantastic. Bravachi, dude, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome, sir. Thank you for the support. I appreciate the love and the kindness. And enjoy your new sub badge. Enjoy your emotes. All that fun stuff. Again, dude, thank you. Put us at 687. We're actually kind of losing subs as the stream goes because they're falling off, but nonetheless. I can't believe that last game you gave up the dream guaranteed Dorian turn to go for lethal. I know, what was I thinking? Why would I pass up Dorian for a for an easy guaranteed win? What's wrong with me? Okay, I can force the Karen here if I want. Well, no, I can't. I gotta play this instead. Still not bad, though. That's honestly not very good, though, against Rogue, because he's just going to want to go face the whole game. I would have vastly preferred Karen. Vastly preferred Karen. Aren't you a marketing exec? You can figure out how to make people accept that people can be negative. I wouldn't call myself an exec, but I mean, obviously I use that to get views sometimes, right? Like, I don't think I exploit it, but yeah, I do make negative videos because they're popular sometimes. I always make, you know, the 10 most loved cards and the 10 most hated cards, right? And the most hated card videos always get like 40% more views than the most loved card videos. So I absolutely understand it.
Welcome. Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Aragorn, man, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you, sir. Thanks for the support and the love and the generosity, as always. We're gonna die. Should have drawn first, but Karen is always coming down there, so... I just forget this thing can attack. He's never gonna kill this. Like, it's just... I don't have a way to force it, either. He's never gonna deal with this. Play the Beetle's good. Karen is good because it sets up some trades. I might just have to trade this thing in, honestly. Oh my god, that is very large. Oh my god, that is very large. Why haven't you guys ever told me to run the Spellstone now? Come on. Not one person here has told me to run Spellstone. Not one of you. We're still dead. He has 14. Well, 15 actually. That was a awfully big Hinch Clan thought, guys. Reese, did you know those updated rogue daggers have the TGT watermark? I heard that. Yeah, I haven't looked at it. People have said that before. I've never actually looked though. Did they fix it? I don't see them. They may have fixed that. If only we had a Spellstone, guys. If only. Yeah, Murray, I think some people mentioned it. I'm being a little bit sarcastic. A lot of people have mentioned it. And I do think it would be good. I do, but we decided to go down this narrow path. Anyway, Aragorn, dude, thank you. I think I said, did I say thank you to Aragorn already? I don't remember. Aragorn, though, appreciate the Twitch Prime sub. I'm a big Aragorn fan. Like Lord of the Rings, of course, like everybody. So... They removed it. Yeah, that's cool. They updated it. Good for Blizzard. They fixed it. I believe you guys. Don't worry. I believe you. Why are you so angry, Regis, you lizard? I follow you for your positivity and your beard. Lizard. I don't have a long, scary tongue, though. I have, like, a fat, short tongue, I feel like. I feel like my tongue is short and fat. TGT is the Grand Tournament. The first upgraded weapons came from Justicar Trueheart, the Grand Tournament card. So apparently the artwork still had Grand Tournament on it until today, maybe? I don't know. They fixed it sometime recently, according to chat.
Welcome, boys. Make some
Probably
room
not
by
literally
the
today.
hearth, won't ya?
At some point. Hey, Edka11, dude. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I really appreciate that. I'm losing my voice a little bit, but I'm happy to have you here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for dropping the sub love. It's not easy being green. That's true. It's not. Oh my god, I look like the Hulk today. I look like the Hulk today.
It's not
Easy
being green.
Oh, that's good.
Having to spend each day the color.
of the leaves. Good song, guys. That is beautiful stuff.
Welcome, boys. Make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
We'll see. Whoa, dudes! Subtrain for real today! What the heck? Ba ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Beautiful stuff, guys. Thank you, Emperor Cyprian. Thank you again, Edka. Guys, enjoy your new sub badges. Enjoy your emotes. Putting us back up at 690 on the sub count. Well on our way to 700 for the next sub goal giveaway. Hopefully we get there. I don't know. This might fall. It might fall off, though. It's going to be hard to keep up because last month was so enormous. I think we're going to drop subs for the next 2 months, probably, like always. But we'll try to get at least one more bonus giveaway in there. I think Spellstone is good not just for removal, but to cut off draws sometimes from multiple bones. Well, that's actually something I wanted to avoid, to be honest with you, because I wanted to make sure that our Dorian was guaranteed to go off as big as possible, right? Like, I wanted him to get a full board every single time. And that's something we've guaranteed with this deck, right? It's absolutely, irrefutably going to get exactly a full board every time. There's no card in the deck that doesn't support getting Dorian a full board. Unless, of course, Sherazin is already camped out on board, but that's about it. So, that was by design. Now, is that right? Nah, probably not. I think you guys are probably right. There's a lot of better ways to do things. But this was the idea, was to fully support Dorian, for better or for worse. Which is what we've accomplished. Gatla Malfrey, dude, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome. God, you guys are amazing this morning. You're all so nice. I went on a little mini rant. Probably made some people mad again, as I tend to do. That's okay. It's good to be challenged. Whether I'm right or wrong, it's good to have discussions. Hardy discussions. But nonetheless, you guys are dropping tons of subs despite my mini rant. Apologies to anyone offended. But I'm trying to stay positive. Okay. This naked knife juggler is very intriguing. I don't know what to make of that. Just a totally naked knife juggler. Plated beetles are kind of cool because we have been using our weapon a fair bit and they give us some life gain. That's nice. But Galamalfrey, that sounds like a name from something that's familiar, but I don't know what it is. Why does that name sound familiar? Like it's from some sort of fantasy thing or something. Galamalfrey. Oh no, it's a real word. Oh, maybe that's why. A confused jumble or medley of things. My god, you're in the exact right place. That's all I am, is a confused medley of... or jumble of things. Perfect. That's a great word. A Galamalfrey. This deck's a bit of a Galamalfrey. Hey, Mr. MG, dude, thanks for the kind words. Appreciate it. Amani Berserker was played against me and was actually scary, so I put it in my Pally, and it was putting in work against Pally and sometimes others. Yeah, Amani Berserker's been showing up a lot lately. It's crazy. I like when cards like that come back to life. That's awesome. My fever started as soon as my 2-day weekend. No! That's the worst, man. I'm sorry. I hope you get to feeling better. I've had a little bit of like a nagging headache the last day or two. I don't know if it's like a sleep schedule thing or I don't know. I guess I'm a little sniffly too, so maybe it's like a sinus pressure thing. Sinus pressure thing. I'm offended by your apology. Oh my god, you're right. You're right. Is he just gonna completely pass his turn? My god. Doesn't seem like very good. He's probably just completely flabbergasted by our deck. What is this? What is this? I'm playing Odd Rogue right now, and the weapon still has the TGT logo. Maybe it's only when you play it. Maybe it's when you play it, it has the TGT logo. Maybe your opponent's stuff never has the logo. Maybe that's what's happening. I never even saw it anyway. I've never played Odd Rogue, so it's all new to me. Well, it's not the world's best consecration, is it, really? It's kind of iffy, if anything. Monsters behind you! By the way, guys, I think we're going to have some server downtime in about 30 minutes or so. 37 minutes. So I'm probably going to end the stream then. I don't know. I'll see how... I don't know. I'll see how some work stuff looks, but... But maybe. We'll see. Actually, let me check that right now. Let me check that right now. Looks like so far so good. Maybe, you know what we might do today if I feel up to it. I'm not going to promise. That's 37. Well, also depends on Blizzard. Is all of Battle.net going down for maintenance, or is it just Hearthstone? Does anybody know? I don't know. I don't know which it is. I am very close to dead already, guys. This is scary. We're going to gain 6 health, so we can do a little bit here. Do I want to guarantee... How much damage do I have? 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's down to 9 if I want him to be. I don't really want a carnivorous cube, right? Cube is sort of the one guy I don't want here. So I'm thinking about maybe cubing... that plated beetle. just to reduce the odds of getting a Carnivorous Cube again. Skelemancer's also pretty bad, though. No worse than Cube, I guess, but... I also am kind of thinking I might need this life gain to some extent. I don't know. I really want Devilsaur Egg. I really want Devilsaur Egg. That wasn't really the one I wanted. We can cube that egg, though, to make a 5/5 next turn if we need to. I mean, we still have a pretty good board. This is good against Consecration, but we already saw one of those. The second one seems far less likely. D-Pettit, dude, dropping the 200 bits. Thank you, sir, for the 200 bits. You guys are very nice this morning. I greatly appreciate it, of course. Kicking off this Monday morning. It's not time yet, though. It's not time yet, because we need to swing this board right now. I don't really want to put a bunch of, I don't want to put eggs in my cube, guys, to be honest. I think I might go ahead and cube my cube here. I think I'm just going to cube my cube. Because honestly, some 4/6s right now are kind of the best things we can get. We don't have Festa Roots or anything. We could go for a Dollmaster Dorian, but I want my board to be a little more empty first. And we can use this as a reload. Right now we have the board. We don't need to reload. Like, this isn't going to do all that much at the moment. So let's just put a couple extra 4/6s in here. Like, this is now a strictly better Cairn Bloodhoof, right? It's like a 3 times Cairn. He can't play Sunkeeper Terran very easily. Oh, no! Ruditude to move. Super rude, dude. No. Now, this could be a good... We might be getting close to a Dollmaster turn here. We could just suicide this in and play Dollmaster. Just clear the board. Well, not... Yeah, clear the board. I mean, we're going to have 2 minions, though. So Dollmaster's really only going to summon me 3 1/1s. Is that worth it, or do I need to play it a little slower? I guess it's still worth it just to fill my hand, right? So I'm going to make a non-optimal line here just to make space. This is not a misplay. Creating space. Well, you could still call it a misplay, I guess, if you wanted. I don't know. But it's intended. It's intentional regardless. We're going to get 4 dudes. Okay, that's better than 3. I thought we were only going to get 3. Arthas is good. Illusionist is decent. Harvest Golem is okay. Not our best. Not our best showing, I would argue, guys. What am I going to burn here? Aw, Splinterfest or Root. What's his name? I call him Splinterfest. Oh, I should have played this Kingsbane. It was kind of free to keep an extra card. Crap. It's kind of free. Does he have an equality consecration or something? And if he does, do we just reload as hard as we were before? Because we have... I guess just a consecration would be decent. Oh boy, I don't have a good way to handle that. Oh crap. We don't have any silence in the deck, guys. I really should have played Kingsbane, because I don't want to burn like my Cairn or my Festa Root. Devilsaur Egg we can burn, I guess. Okay, so this is honestly a good way to start chipping away at this thing. We gotta figure out some math, but I want to make board space to see what I get off of my stuff, right? Just want to see what we get here. That goes to 5. We can do increments of 5. We should trade this in first, though, too. Oh, God. Should not trade that in first, guys. I should have traded this in first. I was originally thought I had more hand space because I thought I had traded this in first, and I switched to the last second and screwed myself. It's a great story time. Great story time. Great story time. Did I put up the face? My Streamlabs thing never works anymore. We could try to control this, I guess, to some extent. I definitely don't want a Leper Gnome, so I could play a Leper Gnome. Oh, that's good. We got a redemption, guys. Redemption! Redemption. Redemption. We kind of killed our Dorian here, but it's okay because I'm fine with that. I mostly just want to chip away at this thing so we can maximize our damage output next turn. We're going to the Super Bowl. What? Nice. Win. Next year, I guess. It's already over this year. Oh, it's right. He's going to Consecration this instead? No way. I thought he was just going to use his weapon to kill that. Oh. Awesome. Apparently he was very scared of what was going to come out of that after a Consecration. So guys, I mean, we got to talk about this a little bit right now. We need to have a chat. We're 3-3 over 6 games right now. It's actually not bad. But for this complete deck, for a complete meme deck, I should say, for what I considered a complete joke of a deck, we're actually 3-3. Obviously, small sample size, not a positive win rate, but it's far better than I anticipated. Do I still have the misplay face up? No. Okay. No. Okay. Got it. Got it. Rank 6 plays. Legit. Yeah. Legit. I still got... Whoa, I didn't even see this gifted sub. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back it up, back it up, back it up. King DDD dropped the gifted sub to EverTGA. Thank you, King DDD. I appreciate it, man. That is awesome. Gifted subs are nuts. Thank you for the just absurd generosity. That is so very cool of you. Putting us up to 692 on the sub count. Ever, congrats on the sub. Enjoy your new sub badge. Enjoy those emotes. I expect to see some emote spam in chat. I'm about to go emote-only mode, guys. Every time I make a misplay, that's what I need to do. I need to go emote-only mode. And just have you guys spam misplay faces all day. All day. King DDD! I always hated playing against King DDD in Smash. When I played Smash Brothers Brawl. Brawl is the one I played, yeah. On the Wii. Hey, Hearthstone, I'm having a pretty good day, yeah. Got to rant a little bit earlier. I gotta do that like once a month to reset myself. I get like toxic levels of YouTube comments eventually. Like it takes a while, but it does add up eventually. Or I'll get like a toxic... They just poison me over time, and then eventually I have to release the toxicity by ranting a little bit, and then I'm good to go again. I ran the Spellstone math, and then you ignored it. Let me find it. Let me see. Where is it? That's really, really cool. I'd like to see that. I definitely didn't ignore it. I just didn't see it, but let's find it here. So I did the math. We have one other card that doesn't draw off Read the Bones. The other Read the Bones. Oh, yeah, you're right. So we actually have Dorian as well, but of course we're playing Dorian before we play Roll the Bones most of the time. So that's a less relevant comparison. So that's good. So you're 78% to draw at least 6 cards. We want to fill the board. With 2 other cards, it goes down to 61% and 47% with 3. So it may be correct to run 1 Spellstone. Okay. I like that. That's good math. I mean, again, I'm still going to keep this list just out of stubbornness more than anything, right? But, okay. Well, this is going to be hard to kill because he's going to weapon this down, obviously. So this is a major issue. So yeah, that if we were to build like a good version of the list, it sounds like that's what we'd want to do. To me, that sounds right. Oh boy, we're done. We can't win. I could go here, but it doesn't do any good, really. I don't think. I'm sort of making a desperation there that this doesn't get plus health, right, or some garbage, because it's going to, obviously. It's going to. I don't think Sherazin works well in this deck. I agree. I don't think Sherazin's very good. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff I don't like that well, right? Like, we're running so many Deathrattles that I don't want to run, because we just needed Deathrattles. I think in another expansion or two, this could be a cool deck, because you could cut some of the stuff that's hard to work with. Like, Devil's Roar Egg, I think, is still hard. Volatile Elemental is difficult to work with. Plated Beetle's probably too defensively minded, although wouldn't mind 7 of those right now. Helion is playing an odd rogue deck. Get out of here, dude. You've never seen a heal card in your life. Stop with this nonsense. You've never seen a heal card. You're not a Helion. You're a traitor. You don't know what healing means. You're playing a rogue. Aggro face rogue. You're gonna call yourself Helion. Shame on you. You don't deserve the name. No Bone Drake. No, it's more hand centric, and I wanted board centric. I wanted every Deathrattle to be board based. So that's a fair turn 3 play. I wanted all of our Deathrattles to do something to the board as much as possible, right? So summon stuff into the board, trade into the board. The one that doesn't is Plated Beetle, but we had to run it because it was so low cost. Same thing with Leper Gnome. Like, we just needed low cost minions, otherwise we were never gonna have stuff to play. Okay. I don't know if I can play Heroes of the Storm on stream, but you guys said it's Battle.net maintenance or Hearthstone maintenance. I didn't see. Can we look that up real fast? I'm sure you guys can do that, or already have. You've probably already told me and I ignored it. Well, missed it at least. Battle.net will be... It logs in so fast that I don't get to see what it says. Where do you read about the actual maintenance? Here it is. Oh god, oh god. Battle.net. Battle.net will be performing maintenance beginning Tuesday at 5 AM PDT. Well, that's already happened. That's already happened. Oh, so maybe we won't have an issue. I thought it was at 7 AM PDT. The shop is just down. Okay. Well, that's no problem. Oh, Zoo. Interesting. We might have an okay Zoo hand here. This guy is not perfect by any means, but... Golden Prince Kel'Thuzad. I'm honestly super jealous. That is sick, dude. That is awesome. That's really, really cool. Gold... Man, Golden Cobalt Librarian 2? Was the coin gold? No, thank God. I was gonna be triggered if he had a gold coin. I was gonna be very, very mad. I'd watch you mess around with Deckard Cain. I haven't played him yet. I don't have him. I used to buy every hero with money, and here's the Storm, guys. That's how much I played heroes. I purchased every single hero with real money. Nowadays, I purchase 0 heroes. With gold or money. With... Why not 5-mana 4/4 Abomination? The downside there is it risks killing our own boards off Dollmaster Dorian, which is sort of the whole point of the deck. For better or for worse, again. Maybe they're wrong, but that's kind of the idea, so... This doesn't feel awesome. It does not feel awesome. So, anyway, that would risk killing our own stuff a lot. Which is not always good. Sometimes we want the immunity of the Deathrattle. By immunity, I mean, like, we want to be resilient to board clears, right? Resilient to board clears. Why do you run Cube, though? Just to generate additional threats and bodies and give us, again, resiliency sometimes. That was a really bad turn from him. This might be enough for me to swing this game.
Welcome. Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Finally the blue gem. I lost my golden Regis though, sad face.
So this is controlled, right? Oh my god. What? 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 Why is that there? No wonder he held on to a card. What a greedy pig! I am just mystified now. I have no idea. I'm actually going to... I don't even have a good play here. Everything has 4 attacks, so I have to, like, send this in. I guess I'm gonna cube the Bane and try to trade this in next turn and get a couple extra Banes. Making it, I'm all in on basically this new Cairn. But we're down to 7 health functionally, so we're probably just gonna die to a Doomguard soon. Mountain Giant tech is sick. This is nuts. Why not Sea Giant in Zoo? Crazy. I've seen Mountain Giant teched into even Paladin, because they can get their hand pretty refilled with the Kobold dude and stuff. Like, they get a bunch of Silverhand Recruits in hand and hero power a lot, but I haven't yet seen this in the Warlock. This one's new to me. It's pretty wild. I like it. It's cool. We're going to have a decent board here, but we are unfortunately going to die. So what good is a board if we are dead? We have 1 health. Now we do have 15 attack, but we can't kill our leper gnome. So I'm sure that he has a way to do 1 damage, like Hellfire or something maybe. This is like a crazy hand zoo. Pit Lord is actually in the deck, guys. It's in the deck. That was not a created card, right? Well, I thought we were memeing hard. We just got out-memed. I don't know. Yeah, so we can explain the Mountain Giant. Somebody's gonna have to explain the Pit Lord to me. I don't... That's a new one. That is a new one. He also just happened to hit Keliseth on 2. What a terrible roll for us. Terrible, terrible roll. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Let's try to hit some early stuff. Got a nice little 1 jump here. It's definitely gonna like make him wonder what we are. He's gonna know we're not odd rogue because we don't have Baku pop up, but he's gonna be like, man, this is like an aggro rogue that's might make him make some bad decisions, this leper gnome. Kind of put him off the scent, right? We've seen Stormwind Champion and Raid Leader. Why does Pit Lord surprise you? Yeah, good point. Good point. Hey, Perplexing Pantheon, how's it going? Remember the days when Pit Lord was a 4-mana 7/7? No, that's actually a good one. Of all the stuff to get, that's sort of an annoying one. That sucks. That's half of our combo there, basically, or I guess a third, technically. Still hoping for a free shaman, dude. I've tried so many times. I just can't make it stick. I don't know what to do. It's just nothing there. Murabi is just utter garbage. And I think I gave Murabi 3 stars in my review. I think I gave Murabi 3 stars. Oh, man. That was a fatal error. That was a dumb mistake. Quarter Creeper, 2 stars. Murabi, 3 stars. Oh, boy. Alright, let's go ahead and get this Arphis out. I don't think it's going to stick to the cube, but if it does, that'd be cool. I'm anticipating just Hero Power 2 drop next turn. That'd be fine.
Aha!
Murabi is a 3-star card, I think. I'm pretty sure. See ya, Pinkie Pie. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, HS Toaster. Yeah, complain about Murloc Pally. I don't mind. I like Murloc Pally complaints, too. Death and Decay. Alright. Alright. Do we Skelemancer on 5, maybe? I don't know. This is a very, very awkward hand. If we draw the other Fester Root in particular, this thing's dead. It's still pretty bad because it makes Vanguard into Cube a lot worse. And that's an issue. The Skelemancers are feeling more and more clunky, guys. The immunity to board clear is just not proving to be worth very much. I really don't want 2 more Loot Hoarders in my thing. That's not exactly good. Not exactly good. You also gave Wandering Monster 2 stars. Yeah, I still don't think that card's very good, to be honest with you. Like, I still think it's kind of iffy. It got a lot better because of Lesser Emerald Spellstone.
Well,
But the card itself, I'm just not so convinced that it's better than other options. Like, let's look it up. Let's look it up, out of curiosity. So, Wandering Monster, the decks right now it's in have a 53% win rate, and it has a 47% win rate.
Regis, here's some luck.
Hey, Baka, dude, thanks for the $1. Is that by any chance a typo of Blaka? The famed Blaka around these parts? Or is that a different person, I wonder? But thank you for the $1 either way, man, that's really nice. And Ben Gonzalez, or Ben H. Gonzalez, excuse me, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, welcome. That's amazing. Oh my god. We got this. So loud on my end, but you guys say it needs to be. Oh, there was. Oh, wait. There was Blocka's resub. That has to be Blocka on the donation then. That has to be. I didn't even talk about your resub. Let me go back to get that too. Oh my god, so much is happening. I can't keep up. See, here we go again, where this is just like such a weak play. This is just not very good. We have to get to a point where he's desperate to clear our board. Like, these do give us some defile immunity, but he doesn't have to do that because he's ahead. So, hold up. You are mopped. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Ben H, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome, guys. You put us back to 695 on the sub count, which means we're now just 5 mere subs away from the next Twitch subscriber giveaway goal. That's always hard to say. And Blocka, I'm guessing thank you for the $1, but also I gotta jump back. I remember hearing the 3-month resub chat. It says finally the blue gem. Lost my golden regis though. Hey, no worries, man. That's nice of you to ever drop the golden regis in the first place, dude. That was crazy. So I'm just happy to have you here. Happy you got the blue gem. That's all we need. We don't need any more than that. Okay, like, look at this garbage. Like, just so low tempo plays 3 turns in a row. We played a 2-2, a 2-2, and a 3-3 on turns 5, 6, and 7. You can't win games like that. You just can't win games like that. Is it worth crafting Corridor Creeper? I play a lot of Paladin. If you play Odd Paladin, I think it still makes the cut. But it's pretty expensive at this point, so make sure you're committed to it. Otherwise, you might regret it. You might just regret it. Nice, you are mopped, man. Congrats on working from home. That's cool. I'm blessed that I get to do that very, very often. By that I mean all the time. It can be fun. It can be discipline testing sometimes, but it can be fun too. Where is Blocka? Is he type it in chat? Blocka. I don't see you in chat. Somebody messaged you, but I don't see it. I don't know why. Maybe your name is a dark color and I can't find it. Why are we not running Umbra in this deck? Same reason, guys. I don't want to run any non-Deathrattle cards to stop Dorian. I know that there are some synergy cards we could be running, like Spellstone and Umbra, but we really want... we really want... Well, that's very rude. Well, Death and Decay is not bad, I guess. I want my Roll the Bones with Dollmaster Dorian to always draw every... as much as possible. We do have 2 Roll the Bones, so we can still get disrupted a little bit. But I want Dollmaster Dorian to summon guaranteed Death Rattles as much as possible. I don't know. This sucks, but... let's just empty that hand, see what we can do. Wouldn't Deranged Doctor be better than Splitting Fester? Not really, because I'm not that worried about heal. I want board-based minions. And Splinter Fester Root can be a real pain in the butt for people to deal with if they leave behind minions, right? It essentially gives us a board all the time. Board versus heal is the logic. Skullmancers need taunt, you reckon? Yeah, when we first put them in, we had Defender Vargas in the list. Then I took out Defender Vargas, and they've kind of been stranded since. I mean, granted, they have worked occasionally because they're good against like Defile and Hellfire and stuff. Like right now, he's figuring out how much he needs to worry about this board. Luckily for him, he has Void Lord, so it's 0 amount. He needs to worry 0 amount about this board. But You can't really do much to these Skelemancers out there as far as board clears are concerned. Then again, we can't do anything either because they are just dead cards. So we're all kind of stuck here. And I don't have very many good follow-ups at the moment. My deck is very, very weak. Dude, I gotta be honest with you, this turn does not matter. Just do whatever you want, you're gonna win the game. You could not attack and still win this game. Don't stress so much about it. It'll be okay, dude. It will be okay, sir. Let's see what I get here. Harvest Golem. Okay. Of course. That's the roll I wanted. Okay. Same type. This is the list I run. What do you think? Let's check it out. Spell Hunter. Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about Wandering Monster. That's right. Yeah, it looks good. I don't see any problems. Spell Hunter's pretty good right now. So let's see. For you, Wandering Monster, or for this exact list, Wandering Monster has the let's see, where is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th best win rate in the deck out of 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards. So part of that's probably because it's an early card. Has a good mulligan win rate for you, though. Or for this list, at least. In general, Wandering Monster, across all decks, its play win rate is 6% lower than its deck win rate, which, I don't know, that's kind of scary. It is an early game card, though, so that can happen if the deck is better late game. I think Spell Hunter definitely curves out in the mid to be strong. Oh, hello, finally, sir. It's good to see you, buddy. We're gonna do this even though we're dead, just for fun. See what happens here, right? We're essentially gonna see what happens. Oh, that's so spooky, dude! I love how spooky it is! Oh, that's a good roll. That's okay. That's not good. That's not bad. That's okay. So we got, like, you know, kind of a mixed bag, I guess. Oh, Cobalt Illusionist is sad. That would have been nice. Mixed bag. The Egg's solid. The Fester Root's solid. The Carnivorous Cube is totally dead. That one sucks. It's one of the only few terrible cards. I think Plated Beetle's kind of bad. Cube is, like, really bad, but Plated Beetle's kind of bad, too. Leopard Gnome's pretty bad. Sharazin can be bad. I'm just dead to the board, right? I think. I just... no, actually, we're alive with 1 health, technically. Hellfire's gonna fix that real fast, though. Real fast. real fast. Hellfire. Kobold Librarian. Into Hellfire? Does he really not have it? It's gonna be funny. Dark Pact. Sure. Why not? Why not? He seems a little nervous, honestly. It's pretty funny. I don't think we can get through this, though. There's too much here. Dorian's not really that valuable to us at the moment, honestly. We have a full board anyway, so it wasn't going to summon a card. It wasn't going to summon anything. So we have 1 health. Can I possibly trade in a way to keep this all... keep me alive? I don't think so, and I don't have any taunts either. I think we're just screwed, guys. I think we are just deadzo. Yeah, there's just not enough here. That was a decent roll. So we can just have some fun, I guess. Well, not much fun. We filled the board up. A lot of tutus, but that's it. Okay. Alright. Alright. I think this deck needs Alpha Bomb and Dorian's Doctor, and I don't really think that would be a good change at all. There's a lot of changes I'd make to this deck. That's not one of them. I don't think healing is going to be relevant. I think that's a trap. I think we want to go for always board-based. Because we don't actually have, like, real late-game value. Like, staying alive longer doesn't help us. We're trying to win on a big swing turn, where we put out so much stuff that our opponent just can't deal with it all, right? And then we just kind of chip away at them. And I don't really think that the heal options would help there. Now, the taunt from Apple Bomb wouldn't be terrible. That would be okay. But just buying ourselves an extra turn, like in that game, for instance, if we had bought an extra turn with taunt or healed for 8, what would that really have accomplished? We would have just died another turn later. Like, we have to try to win on board pressure and presence, not on, like, surviving longer than our opponent. Because the way Roll the Bones works is we're drawing through the entire deck. We're going to fatigue out really, really soon, or at least run out of stuff really, really soon. Clearly, we have Kingsbane that can prevent the fatigue line a little bit, but you still run out of stuff really, really fastly because you're running so many cheap Deathrattles. Now, that said, I think if we were going to try to do this right, like 100% right, and less like Dollmaster Dorian cheese, I think we could. I think we can make some tweaks to it here, which I'll do real quick. Basically, a lot of the stuff we've been talking about the whole time, right? And just making what is probably a better deck. So I'm going to take out essentially some of the bad cards here. I don't actually think Silver Vanguard's very good. Fester Root is pretty good with Dorian. So what I think we could do is just add in essentially removal, right? We need removal, basically. I think we need Taunt Givers. If we do add in Taunt Givers, we can perhaps add the eggs back in. So, like, Defender of Argus is pretty good. If we do that, we can add the egg back in. Double Sword Egg. What else am I... We've talked about a few things now, but I'm kind of forgetting. We still want to make sure we have enough Deathrattles to make Dorian good, though. Like, we don't want to give up all our Deathrattles by any means. But we do want to add in just some removal options. What else would be good? We're 21. I took out too much, perhaps. I think I might have taken out too many things. I realize now I needed to leave in some of that stuff. We could still go for Elven Minstrel and Cursed Castaway again, now that we're adding in like combo stuff, right? Cursed Castaway is a Deathrattle we can add back in. Did we add in another combo card? No, but just those two might be enough. Cursed Castaway is not great off of Dollmaster Dorian, but it does have Rush, so it can take at least a little bit of a trade. Defender of Argus. I think we talked about maybe adding in some more big Deathrattles. I personally am not 100% convinced that's right, but it's probably okay. So we could add in a Violent Worm, and we could maybe do the double Vanguard again, if we do that. This increases your Vanguard consistency a little bit. This is starting to make it look a lot more like a kind of mid-to-control deck, which, you know, gives it a better Dollmaster Dorian turn in some ways because you're hitting bigger things. Also lets it go a little bit deeper, so you could play a bit more defensively. So if you do this, you might be able to squeeze in Apple Bombs. Like, this might be a version that better supports the rotten Apple Bombs here.
Aha!
So maybe something like this is sort of a halfway Dollmaster Dorian deck. Could still be pretty good because you still have illusionist synergies, you have some more defensive pieces, you still curve out pretty smoothly in the early game, a little less reliable, but the weapon from Rogue always helps there. Still a lot of Deathrattles. Dollmaster Dorian's going to break the chain a lot sooner though, because we added in non-minions and we added in non-Deathrattles. Well, I guess, yeah, that's right. I mean, honestly, you could probably cut Dorian and be better off, if I'm being 100% real with you. But you know, this is sort of supposed to be a Dollmaster Dorian deck, so I think you gotta run him. But this would essentially be what I think is a better version, right? Maybe we could play one game of this to see how it goes. We could go one game and see if it works or not. Golden King Crush, grats, Ben H, dude, that's awesome.
Welcome! Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
Good luck with Rogue Regis. Happy 6 months. How many subs do you still need?
Well, I don't really need any, I guess. If you need to get to 700 again for the next sub goal giveaway, we're at 696. So that would be 4 to go. 4 to go. Can you fatigue with Golden Bones? Well, you can sort of fatigue if you have exactly enough cards, but it stops, we learned at... it will stop itself as soon as you burn a card. Burning a card does not count as drawing a minion, apparently. Because you don't actually draw it into your hand, it stops before it is fully drawn, I guess, is the logic. Which kind of makes sense. I get it. Which is handy. And thanks, Odysseus, by the way. I answered your question, but I didn't say thank you. 6 months is nuts, dude. Congrats on the purple gem. That's looking really, really good. I love it. That's awesome, man. Okay, we've got some early game here. This is nice. I would love a Golden King Crush. That'd be awesome. I don't know how much I'd play it, but I'd still like to have it.
It's time for a little blood.
Okay, that's pretty scary, but we can kill it, okay? Which, I mean, he must have known. But he does have board advantage now. Harvest Golem is nice. Turn 4, we have a play. That's good. Hoping to just see Hero Power pass here. Actually has another 2-drop. Okay. Dire Wolf Alpha. Can dig that. We'll be alright. Look at all the lurkers, man! Love it, guys. Lurking away. That's fine. We're hanging out pretty well here. Loot order's not going to line up too well, though. I would like to Hero Power. I guess we'll just Hero Power loot order. It's fine. We kind of give him a freebie, but he had a freebie trade anyway, in some ways. This one was a little more punishing, but... Apple Bomb on 5 seems fine. This is like a tree deck now, guys. Look at this. 2 scary trees. The artwork on these is drastically different, though. I personally prefer the Rotten Apple Bomb artwork. I'm curious what you guys have to say. I'm not sure which of those I would have preferred. To be honest, I might have preferred it. Might have preferred getting the extra card here. So I'm not totally sure I hate the way he did that. The 2-1 on board is perhaps less significant to me than the card draw. We do have a lot of card draw, though, suddenly in hand. We just drew 2 card draw cards, so maybe I take that back. How do we answer, like, big threats from this dude? I don't know yet that we can. Sleepy, guys. So sleepy. Festeroot. Hero Power sure feels good, but then I don't get to Elven Minstrel. Suppose I could Devilsaur Egg in Hero Power, but that's a little off curve. And it would leave me off curve next turn as well. I guess we could roll the Bones and Elven Minstrel both, but that seems very risky. I guess we kind of just have to give up Hero Power here. I don't know if we have to, but we're going to, I think. Plated Beetle and Kobold Illusionist. Okay. Alright, we're gonna need a swing turn here, though, because he's gonna start pushing ahead of us. Like, even just Hero Power Tarum right now would be really good. That would be almost impossible for me to recover from, I think. Egg into Defender would not get me out of that. It's not a Tarum, so that's good. Second on, maybe? Yeah. That's still pretty bad. What do you think of Oakart to pull Dorian alongside some taunts? I mean, it kind of would work right, but it's still bad to universal removal. Like, because you can't guarantee it, because that means you don't get to draw another card exactly that turn. I think I prefer the idea of having Dorian in hand and guaranteeing it, personally. I can see why both are good or bad, though. We made our Kobold Illusionists a lot worse, guys, didn't we? This has basically, what, like a 3 out of 6 here to get something really good? But there's 3 really bad draws, too, right now. He may not kill it because he might be scared. That would be reasonable. Golden version of this looks awesome, by the way. I love it. That candle is glowing so purple. It's beautiful. He has 9 2-attack minions. Ah, that's true too. We'd have to cut out a lot of 2-attack stuff, wouldn't we? Oh, no respect. Nice. No respect, dude. That is rude, man. That is very rude, sir. Kings. I can defender this and like chip away a little bit at this board, but ultimately not that exciting. Can double defender, I guess. That's kind of a neat idea. Cursed Castaway plus trade is actually also really good. I can play a plated beetle on top of that. I need to kill this 5/6 though. It's very scary. And I get what is ultimately a pretty full board. Oh, I can't play plated beetle unless I do it now, can I? Well, hero power is maybe good. I got down to 13. He has 5, 6, 7, 8. Puts me in a functional 5 health. But I have a full board, so maybe it's okay. I don't know, these obviously don't trade very well into 1/4s, so we'll see. I mean, they were kind of free. That was a pretty good Kobold Illusionist, a 4-mana card that summons a 1/1 that summons 6 1/1s. Like, from a value standpoint, we got something out of that for sure. Was it great? No, but it was reasonable. What is this turn about? Wait, what? Oh. Sure. I probably just would have done that anyway, honestly. Gone for the kill, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how we swing, guys. This is too much stuff. It's 4 + 5 is 9, and we're at 6, so I sort of like have to play a taunt here. But this is 6 mana. That leaves me with 3. I can't even taunt 2 minions right now. Like, we're in a real pickle here. This kind of has to hit the 4/3, I think. I mean, I guess technically I can live if I do this. It's just a really, really bad play. Does Roll the Bones ever give me a card that helps me here? Rotten Apple Bomb, maybe? I guess I gotta do it then. Dorian ain't it, buddy. Sorry. Shoot. Has the maintenance gone through yet? Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's actually going to impact the game. I think it just impacted, like, the shop and stuff. So that's 8, and we have 8. Okay, we're done. Alright, so even this kind of revised version still seemed to have a lot of the same problems to me. In fact, it maybe was even more problematic because of all the high-cost cards. Seemed like it even had maybe more issues. Of course, we only played 1 game, so we didn't get a great feel for it, but nonetheless, I still like what this deck has, like, going on. I think it's got some cool stuff going on. And there you go, that was the Dollmaster Dorian Deathrattle Rogue. Not the best deck in the world by any means, but, you know, we did some cool stuff. We went toe-to-toe with some cool decks. So maybe with some more early-game Deathrattle options, maybe with some adjustments to this deck list, you could actually end up with something halfway decent and playable. That said, if you guys have thoughts, questions, recommendations, leave those in the comments below. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, game on.